What is up, YouTube? The Envy here with another OU match here for you guys. I'm really excited to bring you guys this match, and it's against just away from Smoking Battlefinder. I'm not sure if he has YouTube or not, but if you do, go ahead and leave your channel in the comments below, and I'll put your link in the description. But other than that, let's go ahead and get straight to the teams. Now, if you look at my team, I have a defensive synergetic team, which is kind of different from what I've been using lately in Black and White 2. I've been using an offensive synergetic team consisting of the Therian forms, but here I decided to change up my tactics a bit. My opponent seems to be running a similar version of this, but still he diverts away with the Wobbuffet Heatran, the Wobbuffet Mamoswine and Dragonite combo. But as for big threats, probably his biggest threat will have to be the Dragonite there. And the second biggest threat is Mamoswine, mainly because Mamoswine can take out both my sweepers, and I'm not really sure what set Dragonite is running, because he also has the Haxorus, which I'm not sure about his set either, which will make him another big threat. But other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So right here I lead off with the Fortress, kind of figuring he might lead with his Wobbuffet. So I'm going to go ahead and go for that Volt Switch. He goes for the Encore, not really sure why though. He should probably go for the Mirror Coat. Then right here I'm going to go out to Jellicent, just to try to inflict some sort of status on him. Most likely the poison, but he goes ahead and predicts that and pulls out his Fortress. Not a big issue though. I'm going to pull out Latias to kind of scare him off with HP Fire, but as you can see, he goes for the Volt Switch, pulls out his Wobbuffet again. So right here I knew that if I went for that Calm Mind, he might most likely just go for the he's going to go for the Encore, and he will most likely send out one of his sweeping dragon types, either Haxorus or Haxorus or Dragonite, but he pulls out Haxorus, which tells me this Haxorus is most likely a DD set, but I'm not sure which DD set though. And I'm going to go ahead and pull out Fortress just to kind of, scout what it is and what it does basically. And he shows me the substitute, and then he shows me the Dragon Dance right after. So I'm just like, oh, so you're a sub DD. So right here I'm going to go ahead and set up some spikes here. As he goes for another Dragon Dance. Not really going to be very threatening though, unless he gets a crit, which he will most likely not get a crit. My Fortress should be doing okay, and right here he finally decides to go for the Earthquake. As you can see, he does an okay amount, but not as much as I thought it would, since I am a specially defensive Fortress. And my Garball doesn't quite take him out, so I'm just kind of overestimating, the power of Fortress. And I'm just like, all right, Fortress, you're just a defensive god, not a offensive god. So right here, predicting another Earthquake, I pull out my Heatran, and I'm going to go ahead and use for the HP Ice, but as you guys can read right there, it's not HP Ice, it's HP Dark, which is a Sav error, which I will fix though. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and take the Dragon Claw like a boss, since I am a Heatran, fire off a Fire Blast, and take this thing out. And right here, he's going to go out to his own Heatran, most likely just trying to, take out my Heatran with Earth Power. So I'm going to go ahead and predict that, and he actually stays one ahead of me and goes for the Stealth Rocks, and I'm just like, alright, it's cool though. So right here I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, just giving him the impression that I'm a Choice Rotom, because I'm actually not. I'm a Resto Chesto Rotom. And pull up my Fortress here, because knowing that I can spin away his rocks, and also just, basically what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to make him lock me into Rapid Spin, so he can pull out one of his, the other offensive Dragon type, and just have him possibly take me out, and maybe just do something about that. And as you can see, he does lock me into the Rapid Spin. Then right here, I'd assume that he'd pull out one of his sweeping dragon types, but as you can see, he goes out to the Heatran. I'm not really sure why, though. That's a really questionable play. One, I can just send out any one of my walls to wall him, and two, I broke his air balloon. But as you can see, he pulls a double switch into Dragonite, which the Heatran was kind of obvious, and I was like, alright, you're kind of bluffing that. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and pull out my Jellicent, just to kind of wall whatever he wants to go for. I'd assume Fire Punch, but he actually goes for the Superpower, which is legal now. And right here I'm going to go ahead and pull out the Rotom Wash as he switches out himself into the Fortress. I wasn't really sure what he'd pull out, but I knew my Rotom Wash can just take it on pretty well. And he goes for the Volt Switch here. He goes on to the Wobbuffet, and I was like, alright, time to let him know that I'm not Choice, because like I said, I'm a Resto Chesto Rotom. So I go for the Volt Switch, and I'm going to pull out my Latias here, just because I know my Latias can take the, the Mirror Coat here pretty well. And I can just have him lock me into Recover. I go all the way back up to full, and he pulls out a bulky dragon type, or he pulls out a, not a bulky dragon type, one of his dragon types. What am I saying? His Dragonite, because Haxorus is dead. I thought he still had it alive. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make him send out his Dragonite right now, so I can go ahead and pull out something, take that on, and just take it out. Then right here I go for the second Recover, going to take me back up to full. Then right here I'm going to go ahead and decide to switch out into my Jellicent, knowing that my Jellicent can take any one of those hits if he's not banded. And it just keeps going and going, and then that's when I realized, oh, this thing is banded, because I have a physically defensive Jellicent, and I was like, alright, that's not good. So right here he gets the 2-turn outrage. I'm gonna pull out Haxorus just to scare him off, because I don't want to go for the outrage because I noticed he still has the Heatran in this team. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull out my Rotom Wash just to kind of lure out the Heatran. But as you can see, he goes onto the Fortress, sacks that, which is actually a good play on his part. And then right here I go for the Hydro Pump, not really knowing if it OHKO or not, or kill him off from where he's at. But luckily it does, because if it didn't, I'd be in a really big tough spot right now. Then right here he pulls out his Dragonite. I go for the Will-O-Wisp. Then he goes for the he switches out to the Heatran, and then fires off a Fire Blast. And as you can see, the Flash Fire boosted Fire Blast missed, and I was like, wow, that's really unfortunate for him. Then right here I'm gonna go ahead and go for the Outrage on his Heatran. I thought he'd switch, but he doesn't switch. But what's good about this still is, well, I'm trying to think optimistically about this misplay of mine, is that he has to sack he either has to sack Heatran or sack one of his sweepers that are left, either Dragonite or Mamoswine. Ooh, sorry about that. Which he will most likely not do. So sacking Heatran would be the most best play on his part. And as you can see, I do the same play. I sack my own Heatran, and I go back onto Haxorus, knowing that my Outrage will just desecrate this Dragonite, basically. It's just going to get raped by this Outrage, because Haxorus is like monster attack. And right here's going to go off to his Mamoswine, and I was like, alright, you know, unless he doesn't get like some sort of godly hacks, and he should not win this battle, right? So right here, he takes out he takes out my first guy. Then right here, I pull my Rotom Wash, and I'm just like, alright, just gonna finish it off with a Hydro Pump. And as you can see, he gets a flinch. Then he goes for the Icicle Spear, right? The funny part about this, he lands all 5, and almost takes me out, and I'm like, alright, take him out. And then I missed the Hydro Pump, and I'm like, holy shit. Then he goes for the Ice Shot, finishes off my Rotom Wash, and I'm just like, holy shit, this is becoming scarier and scarier. Then right here, I was like, alright, don't get a crit Ice Shot, because if you do, I'm gonna get very, very angry. So right here I'm going to pull out Latios just to hope to revenge kill him. And as you can see, he doesn't get a crit Night Shard, and I finish him off with a Dragon Pulse. And that's going to be the game for you guys. Go ahead and leave a like on my video. Go ahead and comment, rate, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. I'm thinking about doing an upload schedule about every 2 days. Just tell me what you guys think about that. So other than that, YouTube, there's really not much else for me to say. And this is TheNorthVeil here, signing out.